Also, that strike by water and power workers is causing some big problems, and it will affect your drinking water. Alive for the first time in more than a decade, DWP workers walked out on strike today. At issue, their contract and money. Now, the impact of that strike could be felt immediately in terms of a series of power outages. And tonight, there is growing concern about our drinking water here. Employees for the LA City Department of Water and Power are responsible for quality controls. Now, the strike kicked off early this morning when thousands of DWP workers hit the picket line. Then around 3 o'clock this afternoon, a judge issued a temporary restraining order requiring some strikers to go back to work. Our Doug Kriegel standing by live right now in Silverlake with more on the strike and its effect on city services. Doug?
Well, Colleen, we're at Silverlake Reservoir because starting today there's going to be some changes in your tap water owing to the strike. Now, the people whose job it is to make sure that water is clean are out on the picket line today. So now the Department of Water and Power is adding more chlorine to the water, and you'll be able to smell the difference. As a precautionary measure, there will be more chlorine in your tap water because of the strike. Chlorine is used to fight bacteria in water and keep it clean and pure. Since the people in charge of monitoring water cleanliness and chlorine levels are on strike, the department is putting more chlorine into the water. Why more chlorine?
Well, as you know, chlorine is our primary disinfectant today, and it's just wise to have more chlorine than you need. Because we don't have people checking the amount of chlorine that is in the water at various locations, we want to be absolutely certain, without having to have someone check it, that our levels of chlorine are sufficient.
And that the water is clean.
The water is clean, and there is no problem with safety at all.
The strike also means power outages are not being serviced quickly. Around the city today, more than 1,000 people lost power in places like Rancho Park, Granada Hills, the Century City Mall. Most of these areas are now back online, but the department is forced to move slowly in restoring power. Back live at Silverlake Reservoir, now water officials stress there are no health hazards being posed by the increased chlorine levels being put into the tap water. Now, that temporary restraining order issued by Judge O'Brien could allow the Department of Water and Power to call people back to work by subpoena. We'll know more about that in an hour when they talk to reporters at the DWP. Live from Silverlake Reservoir, Doug Kriegel, back to Colleen.
Doug, that seems hard to believe. Seriously, you're going to be able to smell your water when it comes out of the tap these days?
Yes, absolutely. When they go from 1 millionth chlorine to 3 millionth part chlorine, water officials say you should be able to smell the difference. It will smell more like a swimming pool, actually, more like chlorine in the water. But again, no health hazards posed by that increased chlorine.
Oh, joy. All right, Doug Kriegel, thank you very much for that live report.